Merry Christmas, witches, and to all a good wassailing. It's the most wonderful time of the year, and TV is full of those age-old traditional festive features, from White Christmas to Miracle on 34th Street. The classics are out in full force. But today I want to look at those alternative Christmas movies, the ones that don't automatically pop up on your festive radar, or maybe they do. So, without further ado, here are my top 5 alternative Christmas movies. Number 5, Edward Scissorhands. Cue Danny Elfman and his whimsical choir, and we are transported to the weird and wonderful world of Tim Burton. This gothic fairy tale is set in an idyllic suburban town where the men go off to work in the morning and the women stay home to gossip, bully the local devout Catholic, and sexually harass anything male. Glorious. The maternal Peggy Boggs is doing her Avon rounds when she decides to visit a local castle just to see if anyone in there requires any night creams. She discovers poor Edward with his scissor hands and rescues him and brings him to live with her in this town full of lovely people. Well, in a tale as old as time, poor Edward is first beloved by all the neighbours, mostly because of all the cute things he can do for them, like trim their bushes, give their pets lovely haircuts, and turning the women of the town into walking art installations, until he does something to upset them, like breaking and entering. Yes, but come on, he has no moral compass, really. And then they turn on him in spectacular style, teaching us all that being different isn't always acceptable once you've served your purpose. But less of that. It's Christmas. Anyway, if you're looking for a sweet story of love, life, gardening and death, this is the Christmas movie for you. But be warned, there is mild peril in this movie, so if your little ones are a bit sensitive, maybe stick to something a little bit lighter like The Muppets Christmas Carol. Number 4, Shazam. Christmas is all about family. Shazam is all about family. Let's do this. In this wonderfully humorous and festive superhero movie, we meet Billy Batson, a stubborn foster kid who just wants to find his real mum and rejecting any opportunity to have a new family at every turn. Christmassy, right? As a wee nipper, a much younger Billy loses his mum at the local Christmas fair, thrusting him into the system and eventually bringing him to the love-filled home of Rosa and Victor, former foster kids with giant hearts and a house full of foster children. Saints. Take a hero with mummy issues, a villain with daddy issues, the 7 deadly sins, and some weird big type stuff happening, and Shazam! You've got Shazam. You've got wizards throwing about ancient magic, 7 deadly sins, a humorous sidekick, good versus evil, snow, festive soundtrack, surprise cameos, genuine laughed out loud moments. It's just a fun family adventure. If you're wanting something a bit more exciting this Christmas, I highly recommend this. Zachary Levi is brilliant as our confused and klutzy hero, and his on-screen chemistry with sidekick Jack Dylan Grazer and the other foster children just makes this movie warm, funny, incredible, festive, and just a little bit nuts. It's far from perfect, but there's a beautiful charm to this film. If you don't think Shazam is for you, I guess an alternative could be something a bit naff like Batman vs Superman. Is that festive? I don't know, but if you don't enjoy anything about that, there you go.
What's this? What's this? There's color everywhere.
Creeping its way into number 3 is Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. We meet the Pumpkin King and Santa's number 1 fan before Buddy the Elf could even say Noel, Jack Skellington, as he stumbles through a clear midlife crisis surrounded by creepy enablers and fangirls.
Ooh, Jack, you made wounds ooze and flesh crawl.
Thank you. Thank you!
After what can only be described as a festive fever dream, Jack decides he is done with Halloween, just simply over it, and now he wants to become the new face of Christmas and give Santa a well-deserved break. Jack enlists the help of the Halloween Town residents. All you need is a crazy doctor to create the flying reindeer skeletons, a desperate to be loved mayor who will fund such frivolity, a bunch of vampires, witches and monsters to make your toys, and the gothic Christmas stage is set. This movie is pure magical fun with an addictive soundtrack from the beloved Danny Elfman. Join Jack, Sally, Zero and the rest of the Halloween Town residents as they take on Christmas and make it one to remember. If your kiddos aren't a fan of Halloween and all its splendour, then maybe they will enjoy something less creepy, but still very creepy. The Polar Express. The eyes. They're terrifying. Number 2, Batman Returns. Another Tim Burton movie, and I'm not even sorry. Ecolating its way into my number 2 spot is the moment Danny DeVito rocked a pair of gross long johns for the first time, and boy did we love it then just as much as we do now. Hopefully they were boiled. Tim Burton's penchant for the weird is on full display in Batman Returns as we see Michael Keaton rock the cowl itself, Michelle Pfeiffer cracking that whip. This film is an all-around treat. We've got snow, Christmas trees, crazed circus performers, penguins, snow, Danny DeVito, Christopher Walken, attempted murder, snow, cats. It's got everything. If you want to settle down for a bit of festive family fun, but you don't want to go full Love Actually just yet, then this one is for you. P.S. The fish scene makes me gip every single time. You have been warned. Oh, and here is your alternative suggestion if you happen to have an absolute superhero hating heathen in your household. You might want to watch something a bit more on the safe side but still a little bit of an adventure, so I'd suggest something a bit like Frozen. And because it's May, we couldn't have this list without at least one outright horror on there. So, at number 1, The Krampus. Now, before you all jump on me, here's the obvious nod to Die Hard. But over the years, it's become a traditional Christmas movie. So that's why this badass epic movie is not on this list. So calm yourself, okay? Back to The Krampus. Krampus is a 2015 American Christmas comedy horror based on the titular character from Austro-Bavarian folklore about a demonic Christmas spirit that will absolutely mess up your life if you don't have any of that sweet, sweet Christmas spirit. Well, sadly for this family, a lot of that power rests on the shoulders of the youngest, Max. However, during a particularly catty Christmas family gathering, complete with indifferent sisters, brother-in-laws who live in different ends of the spectrum for sure, cousins that remind you there's no greater enemy than the one from within, Max's spirit is shot, bringing forth the cleft-hooded, horned-up Satan Claus. From demon gingerbreads to blizzards that will put Everest to shame, this movie is chock full of Christmas references, warming fires, toasting marshmallows, and straight-up murder. And let's be honest, what else is a family Christmas all about? Especially when you have a MAGA-toting super douche Uncle Frank just being a real cool guy with his early morning beers and off-colour comments. But as with most Christmas movies, we stay true to the format. Can the family find their Christmas spirit amidst the harsh blizzard and monsters that surround them? Or will the Krampus just have another family to add to his collection of snow globes? No, that's cool, bro. You do you. A twist on the traditional Christmas, this movie explores the Yuletide of other cultures, not just the funny red man in a hat. But some tales are much darker, dark enough that Christmas may never be the same again. Alternative suggestion. If you want to watch a festive horror but aren't wanting to feel like you're in the middle of some kind of Jim Henson on roids onslaught, then why not check out Home Alone? It's basically the same premise. Protect the house, set traps, stay alive, Christmas! I hope you've enjoyed this list. I've enjoyed doing it for you. My name is Nikki and this was my top 5 alternative Christmas movies. Merry Christmas, witches, and a Happy New Year!
Thank you very much for watching this video, it really means a lot to us. If you liked what you've seen here, click on that subscribe button and Dice Hard will bring you all sorts of lovely geekiness every week. Why not even pop over to our website at dicehard.net. And if you want other people to stumble across our channel, feel free to shove this video in front of their eyes at every opportunity. Tatty bye!